Phase 2 for the Alpha for Elite Dangerous Odyssey has begun, and it brings with it access to ships. Now, we don't have access to our own personal ships from our main accounts just yet, but we can now purchase them. Here we are with the default Sidewinder that we all get as we start out. There's also a Cobra, which we'll have a look at in just a moment, but I wanted to take a look at the Sidewinder, 1 for scale, 2 to really highlight the great new graphics that have come with Odyssey. This of course is in the hangar inside a station, and the improved graphics are very obvious all round. As we get inside the Sidewinder here, we can use the Shipyard to transfer over to a Cobra. I wanted to have a quick look here to show you the new starport service, or rather the new Shipyard Interface, as it's had some rather substantial changes. Let's just get to that. So I won't spend too much time on this, but you can see our ships over on the right hand side. We can manage ships or we can purchase ships. So let's very quickly jump into the purchase ships menu. I'm not going to spend too much time on this. It's just a menu, but gives us a nice indication of how things actually work. So let's get to the manage ships menu. This one has the exact same layout as the purchase ship. We're going to just swap into the Cobra there, and I'll show you what that looks like from outside. Again, giving us a sense of scale to the whole thing. So this is one thing I think Odyssey really does bring to the table. Very important, gives us at last a sense of scale to some of the ships, and no, the Cobra is not small, despite actually being a small ship. Now we're going to head over to one of the atmospheric worlds here. We've got 2 within this system that are landable. Both of them are ammonia atmospheres, as you can see over on the right. So let's head on over to Nervy 2. Now, immediately upon approaching the planet, you can see the new tech straight away. Planets look very, very nice, as far as I'm concerned at least, and you can see the tentative atmosphere around the edges there. So one thing that really stands out to me here, aside from the atmosphere, is the variety on the ground. It does seem to be far more detailed and also have a lot more variety than what we're used to. And of course, once we're down on the planet, you can see the rather nice atmospheric effects here. So yes, the atmospheres are definitely thin. There's no clouds here or anything like that, which, is a bit of a shame, but we knew right from day one that Odyssey, at least for now, wasn't going to have those types of planets. So we've got some haze, we've got some Rayleigh scattering, and the atmosphere, although thin, is still thick enough to reduce the intensity of the star somewhat. Now here I am using the new auto land feature, and despite some very flat ground over there, it somehow managed to land on the rougher terrain here, and it's struggling to do that, but any second now it does clip down, so there we go. Now, believe it or not, this is a complete random spot. I wasn't searching for anything, but just so happened to land right near biological life. So that leads me to think that there's going to be plenty of biological plants, or biological life rather, all around these planets. Hopefully that's the case, because otherwise I just got very, very lucky here. But I wanted to head on over and have a look at this. There are some graphical artifacts that you'll notice as we approach them, popping in of both the objects as well as some of the textures, and that will be more apparent as we get around to the other side there. But yes, looking around Reddit today, looking around the forums, it seems that plenty of variety of different types of life is being discovered all over the place. Now unfortunately, in Phase 2 of the Alpha, we can't do anything with this just yet. That will come with the tool from Phase 3, the exploration tool, that will allow us to scan these type of plants. And there you go, there's some of the graphical artifacts that I was talking about just a moment ago. So let's go look for a planet with a different type of atmosphere. But on the way, let's admire the new PBR style effects on the ships. Look pretty neat, right? Now, within the Elite Dangerous Galaxy, there is, like in the real world, in the real universe, very many different types of atmospheres. But for now, there's a limited number of star systems within Odyssey, so we can only go to a few of them. This right here is a carbon-based atmosphere. Now, to some extent, it looks quite similar to the one we were at previously. Slightly less intense, I guess, but it's a very similar coloration. But do keep in mind that Frontier have said that not all of the planetary effects have been added into Odyssey just yet. So hopefully, as the phases increase, things will improve and we get to see some more visual variety. Another thing I wanted to point out there was the new Hyperspace Jump. We've got a lovely transition there, and the effect here as well is quite an improvement over where we were previously. So a lot of nice touches that I think we're going to see more of as the phases roll on and eventually we get to the final release. So there we have it, a brief look at the improved graphics for ships and some of the new planets. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys and girls next time.